In the last episode, I started decorating this medium-sized house. We got done with the first floor and then stopped the video. This is the second video in this two-part series where I'm going to be doing the second floor. To start, I'm going to do some planning. Let me get on with that now and I'll catch you back. Okay, now I've finished all of the wallpaper and the planning. So here's our main bedroom. And over here we have like a guest room, I guess. I guess. And then sorry, let me just didn't realize that wasn't there. So this is our guest room, slightly more shut off. Then we also have a stairway and then a corridor. I've added in a window here, a window over here, so that it's symmetrical, and then a window over here. I don't need to copy this one onto the other side because this part of the house isn't symmetrical. Okay, right. There was a slight issue here where we would have to have, because it goes like lime, green, lime, green, lime, green. It would have gone lime and then green again, which would have been that color twice. So instead of having it twice, I put in a little cabinet thing here, so it kind of distracts from the fact that this is actually the wrong color. I've done it all wrong because there's nothing really you can do to not have a double color somewhere else. It's the best thing I can think to do is like just to put in this little thing inset into the wall. Like here I have the same problem, but it's a lot harder to fix because there's nowhere to put anything. So I could maybe get like a stair like this, a spruce stair, and just like stick that on top. It's like, oh look, there's a nice decoration on the door. As they walk through, not realizing that actually I've made a massive mistake, and they just don't realize. So that's something that's good about building stuff, is that you can make mistakes and cover it up without it being a problem. Maybe. Anyway, oh, sorry. Anyway, so that's that done. I'm probably gonna be able to get the second floor done in this video, like the third floor. Sorry, I might add a dormer at the top. We'll have like a final floor. But the next thing to do is decorate all these rooms. Okay, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll see you again. Start recording. I managed to destroy part of the wall. We are going to turn our sound down. We are currently recording. What am I saying? Bang the USSR. Sorry. Right. So I have now finished all of the interior. So that is a great thing. We are going to start looking at what I've done from the spare room all the way to the room. We're going to travel down the corridor. So, to start with, in the spare room, it's quite simple and plain. I mean, you don't really want to overdo a room because it can look a bit too busy and a bit messy. So we have a painting here. This is definitely my favorite 1x2 like landscape painting of the mountains with the sun. We have a little window outside, but the main focus of pretty much the whole bedroom, other than the beds, is this mirror. So I've made the mirror using a blue to white gradient banner, with then a white diagonal line going down and a little grey border. We have little lecterns at the bottom with note block. A note block which can act as some interest and detail into the area that we have down here. These stairs and trapdoors add a kind of curve into the mirror, bringing your eyes inwards and kind of to the center, the centerpiece, which is the mirror. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is for this room. We have a little side table. And yeah, so that's this room. And now we have the library kind of section bit. So as you come upstairs, you come into this small room, which narrows out into a corridor and a spare room. In the center, we have this library bookshelf area with the little table underneath made of stairs and trapdoors. It makes like this arc. And then some support pillars that hold up a little roof thing. It just kind of caps it and it just gives some more depth into the whole build. Because without depth, everything looks very 2D. Depth is pretty essential to most builds. It's used in here with the mirror, and like in here with our armor stand, which is used to cover up mistakes. So yep, that's this bit. We have some note blocks at the bottom for extra decoration, and the bookshelves kind of, when you're coming up, you see them and they're kind of interesting, and they add the detail into the wall that we need. And someone thinks, oh, I'm coming up these stairs, let me just come have a look at these bookshelves, and then they see, oh, there's a whole other floor. So then we have a painting here. It's the Wither painting. I've used this one because the green matches the wallpaper and also the carpet which I've added in. And it's probably one of my favorite 2x2 paintings. Most of the paintings I use are my favorite, or I just get lumps together. So paintings are a great way to add life into builds. They add quite a lot of detail. Like you're turning 4 blocks into loads of tiny little pixels. So then we have another window over here. I've used note blocks once again, showing kind of like decorative wood structure thing. Yeah, note blocks are a great way to like add detail into builds. They're just like, note blocks are basically just wood blocks with like extra texture, which is really helpful because it adds the extra texture that we need to like detail builds. Right. So now moving on to the main bedroom. To start with, we have the bed with a wardrobe on the side here. We have another window opening out with more note blocks, and a little table made of lecterns and trapdoors. Along the trim of the wallpaper, we have these trapdoors and buttons just to kind of break it up a bit, add a bit more depth, like I was saying before, with buttons and trapdoors. You have a bit of depth. They're no longer really buttons and trapdoors, they're like little studs and panels kind of thing. I don't know. It just it adds interest and kind of detail-y thing. The whole point of an interior is to just be interesting and have detail. Pretty much. I mean, that is basically what's happening. Yep, so here we have library, lantern. We have a wither rose, which kind of shows whoever's living here doesn't look after their plants because it's died. I have this little wardrobe here, so on the inside you could actually change it to be wood the whole way around, although here we can't because we have a room. But it means you've kind of got like sort of extra area. It's just to fill up a bit of space. It's got trapdoors, doors, and then slabs. You could replace those like that. That would make a slightly smaller one. Also works. And then the final bit, we have these 3 shelves. You can do straight shelves. However, when you break the shelf up like this, it allows you to kind of it allows you to detail an entire wall as opposed to like a strip of wall, which I find is quite helpful, especially when you have like lots and lots of space like in this room here. Right, I do believe that is most of it. I did look at doing the top bit. As you can see here, I started trying to work it out, but that is just not enough space for rooms. We would have had to put in another staircase too, limiting the area on the floor below. And it's to be honest not really worth it, because I'd have to also cover up all of this like that. Otherwise, you'd have this weird effect. Anyway, that is, I do believe, the end of this series then, because I have finished decorating this entire house as well as I can. So, and it is also the end of this video. So, if you really enjoyed, please like and subscribe. That will be all. I have been Henry Happy, and goodbye. Bye. No, but seriously, if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. It's really helpful.